guys like the content that I put out, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified for my next video. Also, please leave a comment down below of what content you'd want to see, and hit a like if you liked what you've seen so far. Today I am taking a drive to Cowdrey Park to meet my girlfriend for some brunch. And in this video I will be giving you guys a short-term 3-month and 3,000 mile review of the Audi A5. So the car is an Audi A5 2-liter turbo petrol with the S-tronic gearbox. Let's start with where we are now and where I spend most of my time, the interior of the car. The interior of the car has absolutely aged so well. It is such a joy to be inside of this thing. I think we've got the S-line, part Alcantara and part leather seats, and it is very comfortable to sit in. And I have spent my fair share of long journeys in this car, as long as 100 miles at a time, I think. And yeah, I have no complaints whatsoever. And the car is also equipped with cruise control, and that has been a great convenience for me. The MMI system, which is Audi's infotainment system, it was okay, but since my ownership I have added wireless Apple CarPlay to it, and it's just been much more exciting to use. I'm not gonna lie, I was never going to use the Audi Maps and Audi MMI system alone. I was always planning to add Apple CarPlay into that. Moving on, the exterior of the car. The exterior of the car is absolutely beautiful when it's clean, and as you guys have seen, this is a white car. It was not going to stay clean for long, and it wasn't going to do well in the winter, let's say. But when it's clean, it is absolutely sparkling. The paint of this car is actually nearly perfect. There isn't, you've got your stone chips, but that comes with the age of the car. Performance wise, this car has kept up with the rivals 335i for BMW and the E250 or the C250 from Mercedes. Coming from a E-Class 220, which was my previous car, this is much more exciting to drive. The Quattro system gives you confidence that you will be fine around throwing the car around the corners, and that's just a confidence that I never had with my previous car. The S-tronic gearbox as well is incredible, with the flappy paddles to let you change gears manually. It's the time response in that paddles is ridiculously quick. The 2-liter turbo has been remapped to nearly 280 brake horsepower, so I can't comment on what the car was like stock. The modifications that I've had done on it, which was the exhaust system, instead of the 2-liter TFSI exhaust system, we are now running the 3-liter TDI exhaust systems. Therefore, it comes out of 2 pipes. It's now significantly louder, but not to the point that it annoys you as a daily driver. Parking this car around town has not been an issue, but for me, I'm a bit fussy where I park my car anyway. I was parked so far away, but this car has not been an issue to live with at all. Parallel parking, of course, you're gonna have to look for a bigger space, but I have not found that to be an issue at all. Fuel efficiency, a full tank on this car costs at the moment around £90 on a premium fuel, but if you go for the E10, the regular unleaded, you're probably looking at around £75 to £80. It's significantly cheaper, but at the same time you feel that in the miles per gallon of this car. And speaking of miles per gallon, we are looking at around 35 to 38 miles per gallon on a sensible run, but on a not so sensible run you're looking at probably around 15 to 20 miles per gallon. In this car, the audio system is a Bang & Olufsen sound system, which has been a pleasure to be in. The bass is so good. As you can tell, I'm a young fella. I listen to a lot of hip hop, a lot of grime, and that kind of shit. I listen to it quite loudly. The bass on this car has kept up pretty well with the instrumentals of those kind of music, and when I've got it on full blast, it is actually so fun to be in this car. So I've got the coupe version of this car, but it has not been an issue. I have had friends and family fill this whole car up. I can add 3 more people, 2 in the back and 1 in the front, and honestly it has been okay. I wouldn't fit the taller adults in the back, but on a long drive, if you're, let's say, 5'10" and under, you'll be fine in the back of this car, no problems at all. The comfort of driving this car, when I first had it, I had the Dunlop Sport Max GT tires, which were a little bit louder for my liking, but since I've changed to the Goodyear F1 asymmetric 5s, it has been a lot quieter and significantly grippier. It is running on a 255 width, 35 profile and 19 diameter tires, but honestly it's been as good as I know, to be honest, because I've not run tires any bigger than that. The suspensions as well are more comfortable. They're not too stiff for my liking. I don't have drive select, so therefore I don't have the adaptive suspension, but it's been so comfortable and actually takes bumps much better than my E-Class ever did. As for common issues, S-tronic gearbox, a video will be coming on that soon, but the suspension arms and all the rest of it has been absolutely fine. The oil consumption that everyone talks about on a 2-liter TFSI, I've been lucky with this car as it previously had the engine rebuilt by Audi to fix that issue. Since I've owned it, I've not had the top hop oil warning at all, and it's been about 3,000 miles. And if you know the previous 2-liter TFSIs, they wouldn't last that long. I think a lot of them said they had to fill up the oil within 1,000 miles or less. What else do I talk about? In terms of servicing, this car is actually very easy to service anyway. I've not done it yet, but I have seen the YouTube videos of it all, so I can't really speak too much of it. I was planning on doing the service myself for every 5,000 miles, but I haven't reached that yet, and I'm not going to do it when it's not needed yet. But if you're looking to go to a specialist, I've been quoted up to around £250. Oopsie. And the gearbox service, it has been previously done in my ownership. As you guys know, this car you have to get the gearbox, the S-tronic gearbox, serviced every 40,000 miles, I believe. It's been done at 33,000 and at 77,000, which on the history log looks to be very affordable, coming in at around £300 as well. So let's wrap this video up. What would I rate the car? Honestly, coming from an E-Class, I wouldn't go back to the E-Class. Come on, let me out, please. I'm just trying to get to brunch. I am hungry. Yeah, so coming from the E-Class, I wouldn't go back to the E-Class. I like the look of that car, and I did like the interior of that car, but I think that Audi just did it better. This interior, again, has just aged so much better than the E-Class did, and that was a 2013 car. And this one is a 2011 interior, and honestly, this is to my preference. So yeah, in terms of the review of this car, again, it's just a short ownership, so I've not delved into too much details of like long-term drives, etc, etc. I've only owned this car for 3,000 miles and 3 months. If you liked the video, please subscribe, hit the bell to get notified for my next video. hit the like button as well. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!